Hi Leo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your March 18th, 2022 full moon reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what the tarot has to say. How will Leo be affected by the March 18th, 2022 full moon? Angels and spirit guides. Ooh, okay, these two right here. We have the Five of Wands and the Five of Cups. Very interesting. So it does cause a little bit of turmoil. So with the Five of Cups, it's change your mind and change your life. So there is this need to look at the gifts that we have. We're going to have a tendency for a little bit of melancholy to come forward. And it's like, well, I'm not doing this, or I don't have this, or it's not like this. And Spirit's saying, if we stop in that like sense of like what it isn't, and we start to like just change how we're thinking about it just a little bit, it's like, oh my gosh, like look at all that I have, and it's powerful and it's beautiful. The Five of Wands is an energy of like there's a lot of fighting around us. Now it can be the state of the world, right? Most definitely. It can be just work, home, everything, where there's just a lot of chaos. There's just a lot of like, oh my gosh, is this ever going to end type of energy. And Spirit's saying here, really be mindful of being dragged into it. Really be mindful of it weighing you down, because it can. And it can make it very easy not to see the blessings that are around us, not to see the beauty that is a part of our life. So just really be aware of this. Let's see the energy we are to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. So here we have the Ten of Wands. We need to be mindful of the burdens that we're carrying. We need to be mindful of the weight of the world that is resting on our shoulders and everything that we're doing. We also need to be mindful of saying, oh, don't worry, I got it. Don't worry, I got it. So there's just a sense like, I got this, like, and we're going to be so helpful. I just, it's almost like a little kid saying, I got this is actually what I hear is a little kid saying, I got this. And we're being so helpful. We're being so, so good. We're taking on everything. It's just, it's too much for us. So be mindful about this during this time. If it's too much, we need to say, you know what, that's too much. You know what, I need to rest. You know what, I don't want to be doing this. So it won't be mean, which is something that we're afraid of, but it will be necessary. So let's look at our chakra energy. The inner child. Oh, Spirit just said, okay, it can also be that somebody's trying to help carry the load, but like a little kid saying, don't worry, I got this. They're causing more mayhem than they're actually helping. So just be aware of that during this time, where it can be somebody's helping and it's like, oh my gosh, I want you not to help. So we might need to say to that person, maybe don't help right now, or maybe we'll be more tactful than that. We have our chakra energy, the heart chakra, inner child. And so here we're connecting with our inner child. We're opening our hearts to our inner child, and we're really letting that energy, that love come forward. I love to do the exercise of just closing your eyes and visualizing the inner child, the child you once were, to run into your arms and really connect with you and just love and connect in brilliance and beauty. So that's going to be something that's really quite beautiful during this time. So let's go deeper into the tarot. So we have the Page of Earth and we have the Ace of Earth. I love that. So we're definitely getting a gift from God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, of prosperity, success. There's something here where it's like, I've worked hard for this. I've worked hard for what I've earned. And somebody's going to try and make us feel guilty about it. Like, it's not what it once was, or the spark is gone type of thing. And that's fine. That's their opinion. But we need to shine brightly for ourselves, and we need to manifest and become what we need to be. And so during this time, we're taking this gift and we're really embracing it like a child. We're embracing it and saying, all right, how do I work this forward? How do I move forward in this? How do I, kind of stretch the boundaries of where I once was instead of being stuck in a rut? It's really opening up the door. And we're going to see that we're planting these seeds in such beautiful ways, in such beautiful places. It's like having a garden and looking at the garden and saying, you know what? I want new color in here, or I want, herbs or something to that effect. Like, I want it to be more connected with me. And that's what we're doing during this time. And that's going to be very, very powerful for us to really connect with that energy, to connect with that beauty. It then moves us to go deeper into the tarot. We have the sun, absolutely brilliant. We have the Three of Cups. We have the moon, which is Pisces energy. And we have the Magician. Okay, so this is a really beautiful line. So during this moon, okay, so this is the full moon in Virgo right here. And it says, you are good enough. This is a time where we really need to embrace that we are enough, that we're bringing enough to the table, because there is that sense of lack. There is that sense of like, I could have done better type of energy that is around us. What we also have to be very aware of is that the moon is trine Pluto, which brings our emotions to the forefront. It doesn't mean that we're like emotionally vomiting on everybody, type of thing. It's like, it's just so overwhelming. What it does mean is that we're very emotionally in tuned to ourselves and to those around us. We're very intuitive during this time, which for some of us, we might just find that to be very overwhelming. So do be mindful of this. We also have the moon in opposition with Neptune, and the sun is right next to Neptune. Now, this makes it so that Neptune is strengthened. Neptune is growing by the energy of the sun. And Neptune has us connecting with the spiritual side of the world, of ourselves, of what we want in our lives. And here, it's like we need to connect with the spiritual in order to avoid destruction, devastation, hurts, pains, disappointments in our world and in our lives. Now, it's going to be very interesting because all the planets, we have Pisces, we have the Sun, Neptune, Jupiter, and Mercury, all in Pisces. And then in Aquarius, we have Saturn, Venus, Mars, Vesta, Pluto, all in Aquarius. So this is a very interesting moon for us because it's not a balanced moon. It's an all or nothing type of moon. And we do have the energy of Pisces connecting with the energy of Neptune, really showing us our dream world, really showing us what we deeply desire, connecting us with the spiritual, connecting us with what we want, and amplifying that through Jupiter, and also being able to state that through Mercury. So that's going to be really, really, really important during this time. We have here the Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups for me is always very interesting. So the Three of Cups is an energy around us where it's like, these people should have been able to celebrate me. These people should have been able to raise their glass to me and have that connection and have that beauty lead me forward. And yet they couldn't. Now, this could be somebody that we loved. This could be somebody that we wanted to love. We wanted to have that connection with. Also, this is telling us to remember the people who do raise their glasses to us, who do celebrate us, who are on our side. And instead of giving the power to those who aren't, let us give the power to those who are. But let us also take the power in our own hands, raising the glass, celebrating ourselves, celebrating what we need, because we're letting our light shine. Now, what's so beautiful here is that we have the sun and the moon, and this is what brings us our magic during this time. Because the moon is in opposition with the sun. That is the story of the full moon. This brings opposite emotions and elements into focus. The moon shows us what we need to feel to be secure, and how sensitive we are, and how we are subconsciously interacting with our surroundings. The moon brings us all forward. The moon also brings us our childhood and the experience with our mother or with the main nurturing figure within our lives. So here we have the moon coming forward. And then we have the sun. The sun is our personal identity, our independence, where and how we should let ourselves shine, let ourselves move forward. It is us. And then we have the magic coming from this full moon coming together, from the energy of the sun and the moon coming together, and from us seeing ourselves, what we want, what we desire. Here, we have to let ourselves shine. It's embracing our Cancer energy. It's embracing what we want from our lives. It's seeing who it is that we are. And it's really letting that spark move us forward. It brings us then to this sense of, okay, okay, what are the shadows that have been holding me back? What is it that I really want in my life? How is it that I want to move forward for me? Where's the wisdom guiding me? Where's the hope leading me? What is it that I desire? Where is it that I want to go? And it brings us then to the Magician. It brings us to magic coming back into our lives. It brings us to standing before the altar of our existence and claiming who we are, claiming what we want, looking at things and finding that spark again, finding that connection, finding that beauty. And there's just a level of magic to us that's coming back. And there is going to be the sense of somebody trying to say that we're not good enough, or to make us feel like we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. Spirit is saying you're on the right path. And that's what keeps on coming through. You're on the right path. You're on the right path. Let yourself shine. And let this moon guide you forward. We're going to be very surprised with the magic that comes from this moon, with the magic that we embrace during this time. It moves us then to go deeper. So we have the Page of Cups, that's us coming through. We have the Page of Swords, we have the 10 of Cups, and we have the 9 of Pentacles. So that's really beautiful energy. We're coming through inspired in ways that we hadn't anticipated to be inspired. We're thinking outside of the box. Again, we have, the Page of Pentacles, we have the Page of Cups, we have the Page of Swords. There's very much of this wonderment to us, this childlike energy, the sense, and we have the inner child that came forward in the chakra cards, this sense of think outside of the box, be creative, be inspired. Don't hold yourself in this rigidity, because what's going to happen is, again, the inspiration comes from such unlikely places. We find ourselves connecting with ourselves, letting ourselves shine, letting ourselves move forward. The Page of Swords is insight and ideas and cutting through doubts and fears and negativity. It's the hard work that we've put in. It's the dedication that we have as we let our hearts shine, as we let ourselves shine. And as we cut through the doubts and the fears and the negativity, we find our voice. We find where it is that we need to be. We find what it is that's powerful for us. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles. It's like stay in that moment, stay in the here and the now. There's going to be a lot of hard work to come, most definitely. But if we honor everything that we've put into this time, everything that we've sacrificed and loved and cherished and let come forward, all of a sudden we're going to see that we're blooming again, that our harvest doubles and doubles, and we bring tenfold of what we want. And this is the 10 of Pentacles, not the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups. This is what we love. And they all live happily ever after. This is the heart, the soul, the beauty, the brilliance that guides us, that leads us, that opens up the door. And all of a sudden it's like, but this is my happiness. This is where I need to be for me. And that becomes the game changer here during this time. We can find ourselves inspired. We can find that there's children around us or young energy around us. And it doesn't have to be that the person's young. Their soul can just be young. And it has us looking at things so differently. But all of a sudden, we are inspired again. There's beauty here again. And it's like, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for this. And it just feels so free. It really does. It really, really does, Leo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. So let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Path. Purity. Ooh. Peace. I like that. The path to our purity is peace. And that is going to be just absolutely spot on. Let's go deeper. Angels and spirit guides. Prosperity lies ahead on the path that we are on. Adjustments are required. And your dreams need a practical plan. So we have the new moon in Taurus right up here, and we have the full moon in Taurus right down here. So Taurus energy comes through very, very powerfully during this time. Prosperity lies ahead. It does. We're on this path, and this path is taking us in directions we didn't think we could be a part of. We didn't think we'd be moving this way. So here we're stepping outside of the box. We're finding ourselves expanding and exploring and becoming. And as we take this path, and as we have this faith within ourselves, we don't let people, bully us or shame us into, not being who it is that we need to be. It brings us then, and who it is that we are. Saying adjustments are required because the purity of who we are comes forward. There is this energy here of, the newly fallen snow. And I love it. We just had a snowstorm here. And I love going outside and when the birds are singing and everything echoes off of the snow. And it's like it's a new world. It's like it's a wonderland. And there's just a sense of adjustments are required to have that beauty, to have that peace, to have that power, to have that connection moving us forward. And it brings us then to your dreams need a practical plan to find that peace. And it's in meditation. It's through the connection with ourselves that we find that peace, that we find that practical plan, and we find where it is that we need to be. We embrace who it is that we are. And it brings us then to our subconscious message. It's blossoming. Look at the bigger picture. See that we are blossoming into the people that we are meant to be. We might have some growing pains along the way, but that is part of life and part of discovery. It moves us then to the energy we need to be mindful of. The subconscious energy we need to be mindful of. It's the Six of Pentacles. It's things being out of balance. It's an energy of always taking and, oh, but you need to do this, and oh, but you need to do that. And it's like, okay, well, how much more can I give? I'm already carrying so much. So do be mindful of this. It brings us then to the heart chakra. Our subconscious energy here is the heart chakra coming through again, and it's forgiveness. It's forgiving, what we couldn't be. It's forgiving, the mistakes that we made along the way. It's not just forgiving others, but it's forgiving ourselves so that we can live our life with our head held high and proud of who we are, proud of where we're headed. It moves us to our subconscious tarot message, which begins with the Six of Cups. A lot of the past is coming in. And there's an energy here of like, okay, am I going to be pushed back to the past? Am I going to be stuck in this cycle? It's like a hamster wheel. Am I going to be stuck here? And Spirit's saying, no, stop running. Stop running, stop reliving. It's easier said than done, most definitely. But there is such a power in the acknowledgement that I can't bring it forward. I can't bring the past forward, and I can't change what has happened. I need to be in the present, and I need to embrace my beauty. It brings us then to the Two of Swords. We're going to see different paths opening up. We've become so accustomed to thinking, well, it's one way or another. It's A or it's B. And we just think it's that. We didn't even realize that we had limited ourselves. And yet Spirit is saying here, we have limited ourselves. And now it is time to break the barrier, break the mold, and really say, no. There's so much more here than meets the eye. It brings us then to the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, like the sun shining, just this sense of prosperity and success. We take this gift. We have the Magician here. We take this gift and we run with it. These are the seeds that are planted. This is the brilliance that moves forward. We have the Page of Pentacles right here, and we have the Ace of Pentacles, oh my goodness, coming through again. And it's like, this is the brilliance, this is the beauty that is me. These are the seeds that I'm planting. This is what I desire in my life and for myself. This is the door that I am opening. And we're going to be surprised. It leads us to the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands is change. The Eight of Wands is like, okay, it's going to go slow, and then all of a sudden, it's all at once. And it's going to surprise us how quickly it changes and how profoundly it changes. How we change, how the situation of what we're carrying, what we're doing, how we're trying to balance everything changes. And it's like, oh, okay. I'm stepping into a new sense of me. I'm stepping into a new power of me. And it's a complete change. It's like a complete makeover, which is really beautiful. All right, Leo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let us end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy, as we embrace the power and the intensity of this moon and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Leo, and may you have a blessed moon.